Hello, thank you for joining me today at Optimal Reset here on YouTube. Today I have a very exciting recipe. It's a chocolate cacao avocado pudding, okay? We have 6 to 7 ingredients, and the key thing is these ingredients are real food, okay? No hidden preservatives, all organic, no GMOs, real food. And it's going to be something delicious that not only you are going to love, your family and friends and children are going to love, right? Who doesn't like chocolate pudding, okay? So I'm going to go over the ingredients and then we're going to get started. I'm going to be using a NutriBullet. If you don't have one, they're around 100, 150 bucks. Absolutely recommend getting one. And then let's start off with the base. Of course, we have avocados. So here's 2 fresh organic avocados. We've got this organic cacao powder. This is from Holy Cacao. Pretty unique marketing there. I like that packaging. You could use water here, but I'm going to use this Amy and Brian's coconut water. We're going to use a half a cup of that. We've got these ground flax seeds, which is amazing for fiber and omega-3s. So check that out. And you don't have to use any of these brands. I'm really not. I have a few brands that I have some loyalty to. As long as they're high quality and it's from a good source, you can use it. We're also going to use this raw unfiltered clover honey. This is from Natural Grocers. And then one of my favorite ingredient here is dates. So I've got about 6 dates here. Okay, they're pitted. Make sure you pit them, because if you don't pit them, if you're eating them just solo, it's going to hurt your teeth, or it's going to ruin your blender or NutriBullet. So we have 6 there, so it's about a cup, right? Check it out. These are delicious, delicious. And then we're going to have a pinch of Himalayan salt. Okay? So let's get started. So we're going to start by just prepping the avocado. You just go down the middle. There's a seed in there. And what I like to do is I always like to have a handy bowl here, right? So you don't have to keep running back to the trash. So always have a bowl there. So you just slice down the middle. Look how delicious that is. What? Then you always want to make sure you just pop this seed out. Okay? So we'll do that to both of them. And these are just perfectly ripe. Love some avocados. Avocados, in my opinion, are a superfood. Eat at least 1 a day. Same thing, I like bananas. I like coconuts, coconut meats, nuts and seeds and herbs. And vegetables are really the way to go on a daily basis. So here we go again. We're just going to pop that seed out. And this is really going to be our base to the pudding. So let me grab, I'm just going to use a fork here. So we're just going to, here's the canister that comes with the NutriBullet. Depending on what NutriBullet you buy, they come with multiple different sizes. Then you just put this on here, put in the NutriBullet, blend it up. They also have lids, some have a handle. NutriBullet is an extremely useful utility and tool, for your prep and to utilize these organic, non-GMO, high vibration foods that you really want to consume on the daily. Make it a habit. And so a NutriBullet is a must. So we're just going to go ahead and get this delicious ripe avocados into our canister here. Right? Boom. So you just throw it right in the bowl. And so once we're done with this, I'm going to give it a taste test. I know it's delicious. But what I highly recommend you do is you can do 2 things. Well, you can do 3 things. You can eat it right there, right when you're done, room temperature. You can put your avocados in the refrigerator for maybe an hour before you do this. The coconut water is cold. If you don't have coconut water, use water. You're going to cut out on a little bit of the sugars, which is good. But you can flash freeze it. I like it a little bit cooler, so you can put it in the fridge for up to 12 hours, and eat it the next day. Or you can flash freeze it for about an hour in the freezer, or you can eat it at room temperature. I preferably like to put it, in the refrigerator, and it is delicious. I mean, let's be honest. Have you ever had chocolate cacao avocado pudding? I don't think you have, so I'm really excited to share this recipe. Okay, so we've got that. Alright, so we've got the avocados in there, right? That's our base, okay? So now we're going to throw the dates in there, okay? Check these dates out. Right? These are delicious. I love dates, and these are organic. I get them at Natural Grocers. You can get them, pre-packaged. I highly suggest getting them fresh. The best is to get fresh off the tree, right? So here we go. We've got a cup of dates right here. Look at that yumminess. Do you see that? Look at that. What do we have? We have 2 ingredients, real ingredients, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go with the coconut water. We're going to do a half a cup. Again, you can just use water. I love Amy and Brian's. I know if you guys watch my videos, this is the best coconut water in a can, in my opinion. It tastes delicious. It's just coconut water. It's by far, and I've tried them all. There's dozens and dozens of different brands, and I've tried them all, and by far Amy and Brian's is the best. So we're just going to do a half a cup. I'm just going to use the measurements here. I usually can just wing it and do it and just wrap and mix and match, but we're gonna make it official here. So we got a half a cup of coconut water, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a pinch of Himalayan salt. All you need is a pinch, which is like a half a teaspoon. Boom, there you go. Himalayan salt is, salt in general, you gotta watch your sodium, but if you're gonna use a salt, we all crave salt. I highly suggest use the Himalayan salt. This is optional as well, this flaxseed, okay? This is great omega fats. We've got the omega-3s, and fiber. Fiber is very important, so you don't have to have this, but I'd recommend 1 serving is 2 tablespoons. Today we'll just do 1 tablespoon, which is actually pretty big. And in this, we have the avocados and dates, so you're really not going to really notice this much. A tablespoon is a lot, right? But we're going to do a whole tablespoon. But it's going to have that consistency of a pudding, and look, it's finely ground. I don't know if you can see that, but look how finely ground that is. So you're really, really not going to be able to, you're not going to notice it as much as you might think. But for me, every ingredient counts. We're here for optimal macros, optimal nutrition, the best food that is available that we can get. Believe it or not, I've been traveling quite a bit. I follow my daughter pretty much all around the world. And right now it's -12 outside. But if you prep, if you make the good habits, you put energy into it, and you make these habits of eating the best foods possible, it's -12, and you can still find ingredients. You just have to, be aware and make it a habit and do the prep, right? You can do it. There's really no excuses. You can, people complain about getting organic. There's sometimes that you don't need organic. A lot of times with the bigger peels like lemons, a lot of the citrus, you can go without getting organic. Bananas, even avocados, the stuff that's really exposed, like the blueberries, any type of berries, or apples, you can get organic, but you don't have to get organic. And I know, here, the best place is to be on an island with coconut trees and almond trees and nut trees and all that stuff. That's the best optimal way. Where we can't do that. A lot of people live in deserts. I live in the middle of nowhere pretty much, but you can do it. So we've got the flaxseed, okay? Now we're going to do the cacao. There's, hundreds of different brands. This is delicious. I love cacao, and this combined with the dates is going to give it that chocolate, that creamy chocolate taste, paired up with the avocados. So the cacao, we'll do about, I think we'll do 2 tablespoons. How about that? So, and again, you really, if everybody has different taste buds, right? But you'll figure out, once you wrap with it and mix and match, you'll figure out, what you like best. That smells so delicious, this cacao. But a tip is to not overput too much ingredients, because you can never take it out, but you can always add. So we're going to start with 2 tablespoons, and this is going to give it that delicious chocolate taste. Boom. Oh, I love cacao. You can get cacao nibs. You can use that as a topping. Anything on this for a topping is next level. You can put a date drizzle. You can put honey on top, even though we're going to put a half a tablespoon of honey in there. You can put bananas, blueberries, kiwis, anything on top of this pudding to just keep putting it to the next level, right? So we have that. Our final ingredient is going to be honey, and we should probably do, let's do about a half a tablespoon. There's a couple other honey alternatives. Here's a blue agave syrup that you can use. And if you want to kick this up another notch, I found this. This is whipped cinnamon and honey, right? Check that out so you can have a little bit of a cinnamon taste. But again, there's just honey and cinnamon here. That's just blue agave right there. That's just agave syrup. This is just honey. So literally, and you can mix and match. You don't need the coconut water, okay? You don't need the salt. You don't even need, really, the honey. So really, you could just rock this, and a lot of times I just would, with the cacao, the dates, the water, and the avocados. 4 ingredients, real ingredients, delicious, delicious, delicious. All these other ones are just, additional, just keep taking it to the next level. So you'll find maybe you don't like honey in it, so you can just mix and match. My recipes always are just as a base and what I like. But that doesn't mean you have to like it. So just give it a shot and wrap a little bit. So we're just going to do a half a tablespoon. I'm just going to kind of wing it here. And again, you could substitute this honey for date syrup, which is next level. I have some behind me. Date Lady makes an amazing date syrup, but we already have the dates in there. So this honey is just going to give it a different type of sweetness. Boom. There you go. We're just going to blend it up. Now we're looking for a pudding consistency, okay? So I have this really cool bowl, right? You can get these. This is glass lock. I think this is going to be the portion that we need here. What we have here, if you want to eat it all, that's great. Make it 1 serving. I would make this. This is like a treat. This is a dessert. It's a very high optimal alternative to a dessert. We're not using any processed sugar, nothing that we can't. There's 7 real foods in here. So with this, I would say it's 3 servings, okay? And I use my fitness app. I'll go over that after we're done with this. But I think this is gonna hold it. Put the lid on, put it in the fridge, flash freeze it in the freezer, and you're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and blend this up with the NutriBullet. If it's not the consistency I want, I'm going to add more coconut water or water. But I think with these ratios, we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Really creamy avocados with dates. A little bit longer. Alright, I think we nailed it. So, if you want more than this, just double the recipe, get 6 servings, or again, if you want to, smash this all in 1 servings, go right ahead. So I think we got the right texture, okay? Now, again, when we put it in the fridge, it's going to change the texture a little bit. OMG. That is so good. Believe it or not, no one's even going to know that there's avocados in here, okay? I'm telling you. I could eat this like this, but I do recommend put it in the refrigerator to get that nice cold effect. Even do it 8 to 12 hours. Maybe 5 hours, whatever it is. The cooler it is, in my opinion, the better, and I think the consistency gets better as well. So let me show you the consistency here, and then again, you can take this to the next level. Blueberries, strawberries, kiwis, bananas, all of those, right? And just layer it up. So, I don't know if you can see, boom, that is, right, our avocado chocolate cacao pudding. So, here we go. Look at this consistency. Look at that. What? So I'm going to put all of that in here. Look at that. Does that look like pudding to you? It looks like pudding to me. Remember, we have those avocados, which I believe is a superfood. Your kids aren't going to know avocados in here. Some kids like avocados. My daughter doesn't like avocados. Look at this. So you want to get all of it out of it, okay? Scoop it all out. We've got perfect size here. And this is so rich where, if anybody that can smash this in 1 serving, man, I give you props because this stuff is super creamy, super rich. You could eat it, by itself, but I do believe that the toppings take it to the next level. Yum-y. Alright, so that is our chocolate cacao avocado pudding Let me give you a close look up. Look how delicious that is. Give it a chill, put some toppings on it, eat real foods, you know, delicious alternative to that store-bought stuff, you know. I mean, you get any type of stuff, ice cream, they've got like 40 ingredients in there, so I'm telling you, you will fall in love with this. One quick last thing, I appreciate y'all watching these videos. I want to show you, you know, we're trying to eat healthier. I want to show you a really cool app. It's totally free. I've been using it for a very long time. It's called MyFitnessPal. Under Armour makes it, right? And all you do is you put your ingredients in there and it spits out the macros. You can do your recipes, you can import, export. You know, you can say, once you put an ingredient there, it'll always be there. Plus, you can type in you know, you can type in spectrum, right? And if a person, you know, has entered that already, and they've already entered the macros, it's already going to have the macros there, right? So we have 7 ingredients, okay? Here's the 7 ingredients. All I did was punch them in there, okay? Now you have this as a recipe, okay? Now what you do is add the library. Look at this. Look at the macros. 3 servings. It tells you all the way from, you know, calories, fat, sugar, cholesterol, sodium, potassium, fiber, carbohydrates, vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, all of that, right? I highly suggest, you know, a lot of people are just trying to get off sugar. A lot of people are just trying to quit, you know, eating, you know, microwave food. A lot of people are trying to go vegan. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whenever you're ready to take it to the next level, get this app. Start inputting everything that you eat a day. Do it for 2 weeks and you will be amazed. You know, whatever, if you, I call it yummy nastiness. You know, if you go to Taco Bell, if you go to any of these things, you know, they have that. They'll have like a quarter pounder of cheese, it will tell you all of that. Keep track for 2 weeks of the calories. All you do is have to enter it one time. And then it will keep the calories, the protein, the sugar, the saturated fat, all of that for 2 weeks, and you will be amazed, you know, of the data. So then you can use that as a base, and then you can say, hey, I think I need to cut out sugar, okay? Maybe limit it to 20 grams of sugar a day, you know, or, you know, maybe, you know, boost my protein up to 150 to 180, you know, or if you want to, you know, limit your carbs, whatever it is your goal is to do, MyFitnessPal is an amazing, amazing tool, and it's completely free, so check that out. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Definitely try this recipe, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks. Bye.